Today's lesson is on multiplying and dividing rational numbers. Go ahead and pause the video and copy these notes down. The rules for multiplying and dividing positive and negative rational numbers are quite simple. If the signs are the same, your answer is positive. If the signs are different, your answer will be negative. A negative 3 times a negative 4 will result in a positive solution. 16 divided by negative 4 would result in a negative solution. 4 times negative 6 would result in a negative product. Negative 24 divided by negative 3 would result in a positive quotient. 8 times 2 would have a positive solution. And 18 divided by 2 would have a positive quotient. Let's look at this problem. Which products are equivalent to positive 36? Pause the video and see if you can figure out which ones are equivalent to 36. Looking at number 1, if we multiply negative 6 times negative 2, that is positive 12 times 3, which is a positive 36. So number 1 is a solution. For number 2, we have negative 1 times 18 is negative 18, times negative 2 would be a positive 36. So number 2 is also a solution. For number 3, we have negative 2 times negative 18 is positive 36, times negative 1 would be a negative 36. This cannot be a solution. If you are multiplying 3 numbers together that are signed, look and see if you have 2 negatives and 1 positive. If you have 2 negatives and 1 positive, your solution will be positive. If you have 3 negatives, your solution will be negative. Go ahead and pause the video and copy these rules down on multiplying and dividing signed fractions. The first step in multiplying and dividing signed fractions is to change all mixed numbers into improper fractions. It makes it much easier to work with negative numbers if they are improper. If the problem is division, change it to multiplication and take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Remember, dividing fractions means you are multiplying by the reciprocal. The reciprocal is when we take that second fraction and we flip it upside down. You can simplify or reduce numerators and denominators, or you can reduce on a diagonal. You cannot reduce numbers that are next to each other. Multiply across the top, or multiply the numerators, multiply across the bottom, or multiply the denominators. Don't forget your integer rules. Signs are the same, your answer is positive. Signs are different, your answer is negative. Let's look at these two problems together. Negative 4/5 times 3 1/2. We're first going to change 3 1/2 into an improper fraction. So we have negative 4/5 times 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7/2. My signs are different, so my answer will be negative. I can cross simplify. 4 and 2 share a common factor of 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. I multiply straight across. 2 times 7 is 14. 5 times 1 is 5. And now I divide. 5 divides into 14 twice with 4/5 left. Letter B. First thing I'm going to do is change them into improper fractions. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 1 is 26/5. Divided by negative 10 times 2 is 20, plus 1 is 21/10. The first thing I need to do with my division problem is rewrite it as multiplication. 26/5 times the reciprocal of negative 21/10, which is negative 10/21. I can cross simplify 10 and 5. They share a common factor of 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Now I'll multiply straight across. I see my signs are different, so my answer will be negative. 26 times 2 is 52. 1 times 21 is 21. I divide 21 into 52. It goes twice with 10 left. So my answer is negative 2 and 10/21. Pause the video and copy these notes down on multiplying signed decimals. The rules have not changed. You must multiply your numbers as usual, and then you can count the decimal places. Use the integer rule to determine the product or the sign of the product. Remember, signs are the same, your answer is positive. Signs are different, your answer is negative. Pause the video and practice with these 4 problems in your notes. For number 1, we have 3 2/10 times negative 4 3/10. Since my signs are different, I know my solution will be a negative. Now I'm going to line my digits up in order to multiply correctly. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Drop 0 as a placeholder. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. Now we add. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 8 is 17. Carry our 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then we have 1. I have a 10th place value times 1/10 place value. 1/10 times 1/10 is 100. So that means I have to move my decimal or place it in the 100th place value, which is between the 3 and the 7. So the answer to number 1 is negative 13 76/100. Make sure you have answered questions 2 through 4 and then compare your results to mine. For number 2, you should have gotten 11 664 thousandths. For number 3, negative 372 thousandths. And for number 4, 28 hundredths. Now let's talk about dividing signed decimals. Pause the video and copy these notes into your notebook. The rules have not changed. You're going to move the decimal point in the divisor to the right to make it a whole number. And then you're going to move the decimal point in the dividend the same amount. Then place your decimal in your quotient. You divide as normal and make sure you use your integer rule to determine the sign of the quotient. Remember, signs are the same, your answer is positive. Signs are different, your answer is negative. Let's look at number 1 together. 25 2/10 is our dividend, so it's going to go inside our box. Negative 2/10 is our divisor, so it goes outside. I know that my signs are different, so my answer will be a negative. I have to move my decimal once to the right in my divisor, so I'll move it once in my dividend. Go ahead and place the decimal point in your quotient. Now you can divide. 2 divides into 2 once with 0 left, and we bring our 5 down. 2 divides into 5 twice. 2 times 2 is 4 with 1 left, bring our 2 down. 2 divides into 12 6 times. So number 1 is negative 126. Let's look at number 2 together. My signs are the same, so my answer will be positive. 7 and 29/100ths will go inside the box, and 9 goes outside. I do not need to move the decimal in my divisor because there isn't one, so I'm just going to place the decimal in my quotient. 9 cannot divide into 7, but 9 will divide into 72 8 times. 8 times 9 is 72 with 0 left. Bring our 9 down. 9 divides into 9 once. So the answer to number 2 is 81/100ths. Try 3 and 4 on your own. On number 3, I see that my signs are different, so my quotient should be a negative. When I divided, I got -2 3/10. And for number 4, I got -60. Compare my solutions to yours. Make sure you know the difference between your integer rules. Remember, when adding integers, if they have the same sign, you add and take the sign. When subtracting integers, you rewrite the problem as an addition problem where you're adding the opposite sign, and then you follow your addition integer rules. For multiplying and dividing with rational numbers, if your signs are the same, your answer is positive. If your signs are different, your answer is negative.